What's up, everybody? This is Dark Knight. Today's vlog is going to be something a little different, something I don't normally do, but I've actually had requests for how to do vlogs. So I'm going to do a couple and see how they go and see how you guys like them, and if you want me to continue to do them or not. So the first one today I'm going to do is how to actually ride a motorcycle, not the correct positioning while you're driving and stuff like that, but more or less I want to teach you how to do the basics of starting, stopping, and shifting and all that. Now you're gonna have to bear with the views. This is all I got. I don't have two cameras, so I can't sync it up, and it would be just really awkward. And at this view, you're gonna be able to see my hands. I'm gonna try to emphasize on it, so when I pull the clutch in, I'm gonna flare up like that so you can see it, and you'll see the throttle hand. So first, we're starting off. I'm obviously in neutral and I'm just sitting here. Now most bikes standard are 1 down and 5 up, or 1 down and 6 up. Some people flip it so they have MotoGP, so it's 1 up, 5 down. But for you, if you buy this right off, it's stock, normal, it's going to be 1 down, 5 up, or 1 down, 6 up. This bike happens to be 1 down. What I mean by that, I'll explain what that means too. Is neutral is in between first and second gear. So all that means by 1 down means when you pull the clutch in order to put it into first gear, you got to push down. Now if you were to pull in the clutch and pull it up, it's not the end of the world. You're probably going to stall the bike, but all that means is you're in second gear. I'll show you right now. So I'll pull this in, and I'll pull it in. I'm clicking up. Actually, it won't even let me. So most bikes probably won't even let you do it. It won't even let me shift it in a second. So there you go. I didn't even know that. Learned something new. So all you're gonna do is, I'm not even gonna put this hand on the bike right now, and I'm gonna show you. So you pull in the clutch and you push down. You hear it click. So now you're in first gear. Okay. Now for your purposes, you're gonna want both hands on, but I'm gonna show you. Now, in order to give it gas, you don't need to flail it up or nothing like that. You just need to give it just a little bit, and you'll test it out first. So test out the range. So I'm letting off the clutch a little bit right now. I'm moving forward right now. I don't even have any gas, not giving any gas, and I'm rolling. See that? I'm going. I didn't even give it any gas. Now I still have the clutch pulled in, because if you pop it out like that, you're gonna stall it. See? So you can ride. I haven't even let it out all the way though. I'm just have it half out. So now when you get to that point right now where it's rolling, you just put your hand on. Well, you're gonna already have your hand on. Just flail it back a little bit and a little bit of gas, and you can let it out all the way. See, now my hand's off and now I'm rolling around. It's pretty simple. So to stop, you pull the clutch back in and hit your brakes until you stop, and then half click up and you're in neutral. So it's pretty easy. Best thing for anybody else is practice. I totally was not pushing it with my feet or anything like that. I wouldn't lie to you guys. It's actually really simple to drive. I grew up driving a standard car, so this is actually really easy for me. So let's try it again. Okay, hands, I'm not gonna put it on. You can see that my hands aren't on there. Pulling the clutch in, down. Now I'm pulling it out right there. That's right where I feel that it's going. So normally I would give it some gas, but see how I'm rolling now? Now my feet are off the ground. And I still have the clutch about, I don't know, halfway to 3/4 out. I don't know if let's try it. I'm rolling right now. My hand's off the clutch. See, this bike's easy. That's cool. I didn't even know you could do that. You can't even really stall this bike if you let it out slowly enough. Look at that. See my fingers? That's cool. I didn't know that. Well, there you go. See? So I didn't even, this is like riding a 250. I didn't know you could do that with this bike. This is a 650 Ninja. So I'm just riding around now. Don't even have, I'll put my hand just like this. Look at that, see? And then all you gotta do is just give it a little bit of gas, and now I'm going even faster. You can hear that, you can almost hear the engine go a little bit. Now I'm going in speed. So there you go. Easy. Pull the clutch in, brake, back brake, front brake, slow down, stop, boom, neutral. You're set. Okay, that's starting and stopping for basics. I'll go into second gear. And once you get starting and stopping, it is the easiest thing. Motorcycle riding is easy from here on out. You will have no trouble riding once you do that. Now, I suggest when you first start and stopping, I suggest you start on flat ground, maybe even a little downhill incline. You're not going to stall it if it's a downhill incline. That might be why I'm not stalling it. But flat or slightly downhill. Okay, and then as you get better and you don't stall it as much, you can progress on your way up. And even doing on a hill is easy on a motorcycle because you can pull the clutch in and hit the back brake, and then once you let the clutch out and you start to feel it, you know, go, it's gonna go even if you have the back brake pressed down. Like you can feel it, you know, that tug. You'll know once you ride, you'll feel a little tug. That's when you just give it gas, a little bit of gas, and at the same time you just let off the brake and off you're gonna go. It's just practice. Practice makes perfect. But yeah, so third time. I'll do it for real this time, but I don't give any gas. So my hands are on. I always usually like to pull the front brake in before. That way, put it in the front brake, first gear, let go of the front brake, let out. See, now I'm going right now. See, now I'm stopped. Go, stop, and I'm barely letting it out. So I'm letting it go. Little bit of gas. About 2,000. I have it idle around 1,500. To get off the start, if I just give it about 2,000 to 2,500, I will go no problem. That's on my bike. If you're riding like a 600, it's different because you can't ride down in the 1,000, 2,000s. You can it's like 4,000 is the normal cruising zone. Okay, so now I'm at a stop sign and I'm waiting for these cars. All right, let's put my practice to the test. Always wait. See, I got a white car coming here. He's way behind. I'm just gonna wait for him. I'm not gonna rush it. When I first learned, if I had to sit here didn't bother me, I went out. Okay, so here we go. Let out. A little bit of gas, and we're off. Okay, so then once you get to the point, 4,000, 5,000 for me, pull the clutch in, and you just click up. And between first and second, you're gonna have to click up kind of hard. See, now I'm at about 4,000 again. Click up, and now I'm in third gear. And you won't stall it. You can even, gotta turn here. You can even, car's following me, they won't leave me alone. You can even let the clutch out, and if you don't match the RPMs, you'll kind of like bog down, but you won't stall it. So I'm in second gear right now. Oh, and I'll go through it. So we're at 3,000. I'm accelerating. 4,000. Clutch in, up. Give it a little bit of gas, and I'm good. Now I'm in third gear. Okay, so now for here stopping. So what I do is pull the clutch in, back brake, front brake, click down. I like to use the transmission, so I let the clutch out a little bit, slow me down while applying the brakes. Boom, you just did your first successful downshift. Make sure you're always in first gear when you come to a complete stop. Let's just stall it, and you'll be embarrassed. And I've done it plenty of times, don't worry about it. Especially on a hill, I'll be in like second gear. Forgot to shift down. Always, always, always when you shift, make sure you give it a decent yank up from first to second so it doesn't accidentally slide to the neutral on you. I do it all the time. And you'll just give it like a big rev, like, see how it just did it to me right there? But starting off, just go on back roads and practice, 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 and just do as I do. This is how I learned. So, I mean, there's probably other ways, better ways. 4,000, shift up. Now, when you hit your max RPMs for where you want to shift, so mine's about 4,000, 5,000. When I pull the clutch in, you don't have to give it as much gas as before, because when you pull your clutch in, your speed's going to be down. So you're not going to be, so you don't need to have 4,000 RPMs to match it. So every time I shift at about 4,000, I can match it about 2,500, and it won't bog down, and it'll go smooth. But for starting off, really the basics, you just need to start off starting and stopping. Stopping's easy, starting's the hard part. I'll show you here when we get going a little faster. And now you're good. See, I don't even have my hand on the clutch, you know. Big thing for me is anytime I feel like I'm in trouble, I like to pull the clutch in immediately. If I feel like I'm taking a turn too fast, pull the clutch in. If I feel like I'm gonna have to make a sudden stop, pull the clutch in. I just like having the idea of when you pull the clutch in. To me, it's not like killing the motor, but it's killing your transmission. You know, you're in neutral, so nothing you do. If you give it gas, you give it what do they call it? Was it whiskey throttle or something? When people panic and they give too much throttle, like if you're going around a turn, you get nervous or something. If you pull the clutch in, you can give the throttle all you want. Nothing's gonna happen, you know. So that's why I like the clutch. In case I ever feel like I get in trouble, I just pull it in. People might disagree with me, but that's the way I ride. I've been all right since. So, taking on a back road here. So we're going 30, up to 4 grand, clutch in, up, match it, about 3,000, because I was a little higher. So now I'm turning, so brakes down. Now I've ridden my bike long enough, and this long enough so that way I know what my gearing ratio is. So I know what, like, I don't even need to look. I just know based on how fast I'm going, what gear I should be in. So like right now I know I'm in 3rd gear based on the RPMs, where it's located, and how fast I'm going. That's just knowing your bike. That's something you're gonna acquire over time. So here we go, ready? So we're gonna go up. Got my hand. I'll go up even higher. I'll go up even higher this time. So record 5,000 up, pull clutch in, click up, and then so I was at 5,000, and I matched it at about 4,000 to match the speed. Because when you pull the clutch in, you're gonna slow down. Practice. I can't say it enough. It's practice. You can watch as many videos as you want. You'll never be as good until you actually do it yourself. For beginners that are just learning how to ride, take it slow. Play around with the clutch at first. See how much give the bike's got. See, you know, when you're first starting, you don't want to just from a zero stop, you don't want to pop that clutch out, because that's how you stall it. See, I let mine out so slow that I never even actually ended up stalling it. So it's just knowing the bike, practicing, and building up your confidence. I know there are horror stories of people flipping the bikes because they give it too much gas. Well, that's because those guys, most of them are trying to learn on a leader bike, and they're inexperienced, and nobody really tells them what to do and how powerful the bike is. You gotta respect the bike. You gotta respect the power it has, and you just gotta be cautious when you're first starting. That's the only advice I can give you, is practice, be cautious, and be smart. And you'll have the time of your life riding a motorcycle. And until next time, this is Dark Knight. Ride safe, practice, and be smart. Peace.